Nearby, just minutes from multi-million-dollar estates, hundreds of children caught up in the crisis. Only on 5 tonight, Betty Yu found out more than half of the students at a Silicon Valley elementary school are homeless.
When school lets out at Castaño Elementary in East Palo Alto, more than half the kids don't have a place to go. They are homeless, most of them living in the shadows of Silicon Valley, in cars and rundown RVs, tucked away on industrial forgotten blocks.
It's crowded, it's hard.
Lynette Chavez is homeless. For the last year, the 15-year-old has been sharing a bed with her 2 younger sisters. They are the faces of a staggering statistic. Of the 3,071 students in the Ravenswood City School District, 1/3 are homeless.
This is a bathroom. This is a shower, but it's a shoe closet.
The family showers at the YMCA. Running water is limited.
Right here is where we make the bed and the table where we eat.
There is virtually no free space, no heat, and no working fridge.
This won't work, but this one stinks.
They rarely run the generator for fear of upsetting the neighbors, who mostly look the other way.
When you think about homeless, it's like you think about somebody in the streets.
Not this.
Not this.
Adriana and her husband Omar never imagined their family homeless. They were evicted from their $1,200 a month studio in East Palo Alto when Omar hurt his back. He worked multiple jobs in the restaurant industry. The family suddenly found themselves living in their car before they scraped together $1,000 to buy this battered RV from a junkyard. Adriana now works at a daycare, making about $10 an hour. It's enough to keep a roof over their heads, but not enough to get out.
When you realized that you would be homeless, how did you digest that?
I think there's no words I can describe.
But she knows the moment it hit her.
That I have to register my daughter for high school. And I don't have an address to provide, then that's homeless, you know?
The Chavez family is part of a growing number of the newly homeless, the working poor.
It's really sad. You cross the 101, come into East Palo Alto and Eastern Menlo Park, and you see a different world, very different community in the midst of all this affluence.
Superintendent Gloria Hernandez-Goff's district sits in the midst of Silicon Valley's booming tech economy, and yet 63% of Castaño Elementary's 500-plus kids are homeless, the highest number of all her schools. The differences in nearby communities are striking. Drive 1.5 miles to Palo Alto, and it's easy to see why the city has been crowned as one of the country's most expensive zip codes for homes. Right now, the superintendent is focused on immediate relief for her students. She wants to open school parking lots like this one, so families have a safe place to park their RVs at night. Later this month, she plans to install donated washing machines on campuses.
They don't get adequate sleep. Many of them do not have adequate meals. They don't have access to the things that most families and children would expect to have.
It's very different, but at least I have somewhere to sleep.
The Chavez kids are grateful.
You want to help others because people help you, and I feel like each one of us should all be kind to each other.
Even to those who might not want to see them, Adriana has a message.
We are humans like them, and that we have feelings. If we are living like this, it's because we didn't have any other choice.
In East Palo Alto, Betty Yu, KPIX 5.